In this tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through step by step on how to create welcome sequence emails. I'm also going to be showing you how to set this up via automation in your email autoresponder so that when a subscriber opts in, they'll be entered into this sequence automatically. I'm also going to be taking a look and analyzing one of my very own email sequences and showing you exactly what makes a great welcome sequence email. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Steve, and on my channel I show you the best affiliate marketing tips, tricks and product reviews designed to kickstart your business growth in 2020. So if you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons below. I'm competing with some pretty big channels out there, guys, so any help is greatly appreciated. And if you have any questions around email sequences, in particular welcome sequences, then feel free to comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Your welcome email is extremely important for your business because it's very likely to be the first email that your new subscriber receives. It's one of the most important emails you will ever send to them because it goes a long way to determining whether they will actually bother opening up any of your future emails. This is also a great opportunity to build up trust and build up a relationship and a connection so that these people will be more likely to open up your future emails and in some cases buy products from you. Studies have shown that if a new subscriber doesn't open their welcome email within the first 60 minutes, then the chances of them opening any future emails goes down by 50%. Strike while the iron is hot. Okay, so let's get started. Right now, I'm going to go into my email autoresponder, and for this tutorial, I'm going to be using the autoresponder GetResponse. Now, it doesn't really matter which autoresponder you're using because automation typically works the same way in most of the major autoresponders. So whether you're using ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, SendLane, Drift, Aweber, ConvertKit, it doesn't matter. It all takes place via automation. So let's go inside the autoresponder and let's take a look. Okay, so I'm inside my shiny new fresh GetResponse account now. So what you want to do is you want to go to lists and create a new list. Now I'm already going to assume that your autoresponder is already connected to your opt-in form. If you want to know how to do that, you can check one of my other tutorials on the screen now for details about how to do that. Now, once you've set up your list, you want to go to menu and then go to automation. Again, it doesn't matter which autoresponder you're using, just find out where it says automation. And you want to create a new workflow or create a new automation. Now, you may have different templates to be able to use, but for the purposes of this tutorial, let's create an automation from scratch just to show you exactly step by step on how to do it. Okay, so we want to name our automation, so we will just say lead magnet welcome. I already have that typed. And you want to kickstart this process because they are opting in via opt-in form. You want to kickstart a process via when someone subscribes. You can also do it for various other actions, but we want to use this one. Okay, and you can already see here our automation, our first step in our automation says subscribe to any list via any method. Now we want to go ahead and edit this because we don't want this sequence to activate anytime someone visits all of our lists. You know, you're probably going to have different lists for different things. I want this to be exclusive for whatever my welcome sequence is relevant to. Okay, so let's say for example they opted into our lead magnet form. Let's go with that. So I want to edit this, so I click on the action and then I want to select a specific list. So we click specific and we'll just click this one, your health niche. This is a new account that I'm testing out. So when someone opts into my lead magnet, they'll be entered into this list here. And when that happens, this automation sequence will kickstart. Okay, doesn't matter about the subscription method. We just want a specific list. So let's go to add elements now and decide what actually we want to happen when this event occurs. So the event occurring is somebody opting into the list we just picked. So we want to go ahead and send them the first message in our email sequence. So if we go and we will go down to basic actions and then we'll drag and drop send message over onto the automation builder. Now in GetResponse it's a visual automation builder and you simply connect one to the other like that. It might be slightly different in your autoresponder. It doesn't really matter. It all kind of, the theory behind it is the same. Okay, so what's going to happen is user subscribes, they get added to the list, and then this happens. They get sent a message. So we want to go ahead, because I haven't gone and written out these emails yet, or I have, but they're not in my autoresponder. So for each time I do this step, I'm going to have to create a new message. You can write all the emails first if you want to, and load them into your autoresponder, and it might even be easier to do that. But for this tutorial, we'll just run it one by one. So we'll click create new message. And this is going to be our day one welcome sequence email. And typically I'd like to send this straight away, because again, you want to strike while the iron's hot. I know some people, they prefer to wait an hour or even a day, and like I say, studies have shown that the longer you wait, the less chance of them opening your email is. So you want to strike while the iron is hot. So I've got my welcome emails written out here. We've got 5 days worth of emails. So you want to set up a 5-day email sequence. So I've tested a number of different email types for welcome emails, and I find a 5-day sequence works rather well. In the second half of this video, I'll talk to you about exactly why I've written these emails and the theory behind them. But for now, let's just copy and paste the information we need into our email. So let's put the title in here, and we want to go ahead and design the message. So I'm not going to fill in the links and do a bunch of formatting. I'm simply going to paste it in for the sake of this tutorial. Let's go with blank templates and then click on blank template. Okay, so I simply want to have some text here, so we'll drag and drop a text box into the center so that I can paste my text. I'm not going to bother adding a logo. What I will say though is, if you're new to email marketing, then this is very, very small. I typically like to use size 16 or size 18 in my emails. This has been tested a lot. Some people even use size 20. If you go any smaller than size 16, you may get feedback from your subscribers that actually, some people who don't have the best site might not be able to read it, and I have had that feedback before, so keep that in mind. I like to use Roberto, and we'll put size 16, and as you can see there, it looks a lot bigger and a lot clearer. I'm not going to go ahead and format this and do all the links and stuff, because I don't want this video to run on too long. But let's just say this is email 1, day 1 in our welcome sequence. We'll click on next, and then we'll click save and finish. And we should be going back to the automation builder here. So let's go through it again. Subscriber opts in to your specific list. What happens then is they get sent this message. So the message is the email we just created. Okay, that's day 1. Let's just say we want to do a 5-day email sequence like I want to do here. Then what we need to do is we need to put a wait in timer in. So rather than sending the second message straight away, we want to put a wait in to wait a day for the second email to occur. And we will repeat that process for all 5 emails. So day 1 email will go out day 1, day 2 on day 2, day 3 on day 3, etc. So if we scroll down here and we drag a wait action over, and once again we connect the dots, and as you can see, user gets sent a message, the automation then waits for 1 day, and then we can put our next step in, and we simply want to send them another message. Okay, so go back down to actions, and then we can send them another message. We can connect that up. I'm not going to do this for every single one, but you can see the process, the repetitive process. Send email, wait 1 day, send email, wait 1 day, send email, wait 1 day, repeat, rinse and repeat. So let's put wait. Exactly, there we go. And you're going to do this for all 5 days. Now, me personally, I like to keep my lists clean and tidy. So depending on how the user has entered my lists, I may want to move them over to another list at the end of this sequence. So you can put on a either copy to list or move to list at the end. So if you're doing a move to list at the end, you can then pick another list for this user to be moved into. So obviously you don't want to keep them maybe in the welcome sequence list, forever. You might want to move them to another more specific list. I will probably move them to my promotions list because they've gone through my welcome sequence, the trust has been built, and I can now feel confident to run relevant promotions to them. Okay, so that's kind of the technical side of how to do this in your autoresponder. You simply want to save and publish it then, and when you get a new email subscriber to that list, this sequence will then automatically fire out, and it's very much set and forget. You don't have to do anything else with this now unless you want to edit the emails inside. Okay, so that's the technical process. Next, I'm going to take a look at what makes a great welcome email sequence. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so the goal of your day one email is to give the reader exactly what they were expecting. So say they signed up for a lead magnet, you simply want to deliver that. Whether they opted into your list via lead magnet or signed up to a product, it doesn't matter. The first email can be the same. Follow this delivery up with a breezy intro. You don't want to go ahead and give them absolutely everything in the first email. You want to give them what they asked for and give themselves a breezy intro to break the ice and for them to get to know you a little bit. I find that this works the best. Typically, I've tested this before with a much longer intro, and I find by leaving the longer intro for day two, it keeps people interested. So on day two, here's where your subscriber really gets to know you and the trust building begins. So people love stories, guys, and you should be using stories in lots of different emails. It doesn't have to be sales, active copy all the time. People love stories. Okay, so you want to give them your story, and if possible, and this is my personal preference and I find it works quite well, is give them an example, or give your subscriber an example of something you had to overcome to get where you are today. So something you had to overcome to achieve something, or how did you get to where you are in your business today, and give them something relevant to boost that decision to subscribe to you. Okay, and that works really, really well. So day one. So now moving on to day two, here is where your subscriber really gets to know you, okay, and the trust building begins. So what you want to do on day two, you want to continue your intro from day one, but you also want to give them a story, because people love stories and they connect with stories. So give them your story, give them your background, and if possible, give your subscriber an example of something you had to overcome in order to get where you are today. Again, this is all about building trust, because what a lot of marketers and what a lot of business owners do is they don't treat their subscribers or their customers as real people, unfortunately. And it's, you're a human being, they're a human being, they're another person, okay? And people relate and connect via stories and real life goings on. So that's really why you want to get over here in day two, okay? And then on day three, you really want to load up on value. So you want to give your subscriber something new and relevant to their interests. This can be another gift, another freebie, a bonus, or even point them in a direction of a good article you've read or a good video tutorial. The theme here, or the overriding theme here, is give before you take. And this works on day three really, really well, because on day one, you've already given your subscriber what they were expecting. So the fact that you've then gone and given them something else on day three means you've over-delivered. It means you've gone beyond what they were expecting. And again, this will build up trust and build up a relationship, and they will then see you as somebody who actually really wants to help them, and they will appreciate that. So that's day three. Day four, this is kind of up to you. As an affiliate marketer, I always like to try and preach the benefits of why I chose this path and why it works for me versus, say, other online businesses such as e-commerce and dropshipping, etc. If your person or if your subscriber has opted into your list by way of already buying a product from you, you can use day four to offer them discounts or coupons on upsells and other products or OTOs that they didn't purchase previously. Again, you want to keep the tone of these emails conversational, and you want to certainly avoid sales talk and sales copy during your welcome sequence. Okay, lastly is day five. Give your subscriber an opportunity to talk to you, further building trust. This will make you seem warm and approachable. So what you can do is you can offer them to book a call with yourself, or maybe have a group chat on Skype if you have lots of subscribers, etc., or point them in a direction of a webinar or live training you are doing. This will really, really warm them up, and it's a great way to end the welcome sequence before you move these people into a different list and you start promoting them offers, etc., whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's kind of the theory behind this 5-day welcome sequence, and it works really, really well for me. And you just need to make sure that your tone is warm and friendly and conversational throughout it. The last thing subscribers want is to be bombarded with sales emails from day one. You really need to give before you take, and that is the theme of this 5-day email sequence. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to create welcome sequence emails. Again, the first part of this tutorial was loading up the sequence into your automation inside your autoresponder, and we just took a look at what makes a great welcome sequence emails. So if you enjoyed this tutorial or if you find it helpful, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons below. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'd be more than happy to connect with you and network with you. And I run regular live training webinars, so if you want to join one of those, feel free to do that as well. My name is Steve Harvey, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.